It's 12:32 on the 21st of September. It's come to my attention that there's ongoing issues being caused with regard to my entitlements for protection. There have been online activity and actions that are contra cyber safety. So those that that are offending my online activity, those that are hoping to make a quick buck and claim from defamation laws that are actually of their own criminality, might be careful about any spurious claims regarding names that haven't been mentioned, activities that haven't been relayed, that aren't factual, honest or truthful, and that aren't in line with right protocol or whistleblower protection law, having worked for the state departments of the Department of Social Protection, Agriculture and Education. So just a heads up to those people that are trying to make a quick buck while evading the debts that they owe me for their own dirty defamation since 2005. Those people that are making more problems in a retaliatory crime against my crime prevention might be reminded about the dangers associated with their activity for the past 20 years and the recrimination and the repercussion issues that have been in the southwest of Ireland since 2017, when my child was illegally taken from me without any right protocol, without any prior supervision care order, without any missing person for 24 hours, without any proper identification presented, or without any actual lawful document presented to me either. So this is a very dangerous issue. I'm raising it for the attention of the European Parliament. I'm aware that there are people in County Kerry who think there's a process of elimination, but unfortunately I've prospered and protected people along the way as a humanitarian, and I'm speaking unabashedly due to the simple reason that people have been quite helpful in helping themselves to what they aren't welcome to help themselves to at all. People have been quite covetous. They've been, helping themselves to my portfolio and benefiting from my reforms. So those people that are of cybercrime activity, would you ever be careful? People's lives have already been damaged, and I don't know if these people understand. So I want them to get mental health assistance as well. Any implication of any Kerry University Hospital staff members that are aware that there have been items stolen from me on the premises of the Kerry University Hospital, that's all been reported to the Medical Council and the Department of Health since February 2017 and up to recently as well in 2022. So those people that aren't fulfilling their obligations, I hope you understand the emotion. I hope you understand about the sensitive nature of your positions and how tenable and untenability are all relevant. So bringing my contributions to the state into disrepute with spurious cyber activity, that we understand already these people are in a collective. They've been damaged already. They're working as a collective, and unfortunately they've caused very dangerous problems already for innocent life. So if my boundaries aren't respected, unfortunately I can't say there's going to be positive, safe outcomes for these people's ASBO behaviour, especially when they're spending money that they don't own and that they owe to my name. So as long as they're risking all the reform that has come from me, and as long as they're not treating their mental health issues with regard to hate crime, it's very juvenile, it's very pathetic, it's silly, and it's unsafe for the children. So unless we're learning a lesson, then I'm afraid to say for everyone out there that there'll be nothing become good of those people that have been using foul language to describe circumstances around my child and I and our family, McElligott on Ardvert and Kilflynn Farm Holdings. So anyone using foul language around that matter as well is quite disgusting a situation. So this is for the interest of those people that have been lining their pockets and not paying their debts. I'm making this upload particularly for the attention of the IMF and the ECB with regard to the health and wealth recovery that's been damaged in County Kerry by the usual suspects that are still being silly as if on childhood playgrounds and still speaking out of place. So there's online activity damaging my online accounts, and unfortunately as long as I'm being offended, I can't say that there's going to be a safe outcome for those that are benefiting from my contributions as a royal. So it's a sad sign of the times when we're not learning the lesson. So whistleblower protection is at play, so is royal protocol and international protection really as well, I suppose. So those that have reaped the benefits of my humanitarianism, I hate to say, but as long as I'm being offended, I can say there's going to be benefit in crime against the health and wealth recovery. I'm responsible for people have been saved from contamination as a consequence of me, and people's health has improved as a consequence of me. So as long as that's going to be frauded with more silly behaviour by people that can't be professional or mature, and just simply pay up, clean up and step up and do what you're supposed to do, you know what I mean? As long as this is going to be facilitated, I'm not going to be supporting people benefiting from my humanitarianism. So in the best interest of your own safety, please don't put your names to any academic recovery reforms that have come about as a consequence of me between 2017 and the present date, and don't associate any defamation laws that are highly true and false, and more further retaliatory crime by people thinking that they're going to make a fast few quid using more offences where they haven't addressed the debts that they owe me. So I'm hoping to make my point clear until everyone has the courage and bravery to address their dues and debts and obligations. And as I say, as long as I'm being offended, the safety and security of health and wealth that was provided from my state service, my contributions from the 3 state departments, or to the 3 state departments. As long as people are working with false information, then that makes people look silly. And those people that are talking about spiritual violence, that are criminality or collective hate crime or bad art or bad, activities in the heritage or the culture with intellectual creative fraud from my portfolio, you might be careful as well about talking regarding spiritual violence when we already know the outcomes of what has happened with people being of charlatanism, as they might call it, in the place of holy, upright and good faith practices. So those that are still causing problems in this community, please address your mental health issues. Don't think for a moment that spending a penny of any debts that are owed to my name is money that's safe circulating. The IMF and the ECB are made very, very aware of the very serious crimes I'm experiencing. It's more financial fraud from the southwest of Ireland, and now cyber activity, online activity, cyber crime and online accounts are being interfered with as well. So zero tolerance is not being respected. COVID-19 is not being respected. And as the origins of COVID-19, I've worked as a mental health practitioner for 2 decades with young and old, in and outside of the recovery rooms, and the issues that have been confronted to my position as a married mother have been outrageous. Coming in on private property in 2017 and assuming to be having right of way or remit with a woman that they have no right or remit with, Royal Protocol, being offended. It's a very dangerous crime I experienced. So any mental health practitioners that are entitling themselves, I hate to tell you how unsafe you're making yourselves, offending me. I'm very honest and dedicated recovery advocate of Narcotics Anonymous, and that's for more than 2 decades. So don't offend Narcotics Anonymous fellowship with more stupidity on behalf of corrupt adults. Mind your mental health and try to do what's right. If it's not for the sake of your children, then do it for your own dignity. Pay your debts like any mature adult responsible person is, because as long as I'm being impoverished, unfortunately there's going to be a very serious outcome, again as usual, as there has been since 2005. These people have been causing very dangerous damages, harms and losses. So once we understand this properly, those people that are causing problems in this community and that are not on the pecking order or the hierarchy might be very careful about the Crimes Against Faith and Family and Fellowship and the Federation for Victim Support. It's very important that women and children be respected, and it's also very important that the health and wealth recovery that I am responsible for not be confused or mixed up with anyone that owes me debts and that is experiencing issues around crime that they can't, they have a compulsion. Some people just have a compulsion to keep causing offence. So be careful about facilitating crime against the wealth I recovered. It's quite serious what's happened. So that's my update for now. Fiber or defamation and the fibre optics issue with online activity is the main issue of this upload. So those that are offending the Catholic Church, I hate to tell you about the crimes against my child since 2017, 5 years ago. It's really sad. So be careful about the faith being offended again, as well as I've said, I've treated a few huge dangerous faith issues in this community as well. So I'm really not tolerating any more stupidity with people that can't do things properly. And if I'm to tolerate people that don't have any shame about what damage they've caused, then unfortunately I will not be supporting people that I have prospered and protected along the path. So if there are people taking advantage, unfortunately there's going to be a repercussion again, as there has been since 2017 when my child was illegally separated from me. So once everyone understands what's gone on in this county with people spitting, contamination, the role of the Garda Síochána prior to 2017, people of bad faith practices prior to 2017, all these problems I've had to contend with, and I'm still awaiting the European Court of Human Rights to address the issues of mental health that people are suffering from in this community, a little collective that are not above the law and that aren't safe, and that they don't have the support of the law, they don't have the support of the faith, and they don't have the wealth that they are spending in their own name. It's so dangerous what they're spending and circulating when it's stolen from a mother. So people that are of defamation laws, I'm working with whistleblower protection, 3 state departments, and all social and judicial and health reforms between 2017 and 2022. So any of that from my portfolio is from the 3 state departments: agriculture, health, or agriculture, social protection, and education. So please be very careful, everybody. Crimes against my good name are not safe. I'm a Duchess, and I've worked for the best interests of society. So when the United Nations has the courage and bravery to respect the Declaration of Human Rights, then that would be absolutely brilliant as well, because as far as I'm concerned as a humanitarian, it's a very sad sign of the times that this kind of crime has been conducted to assist land grabbers and thieves. It's really serious that my child is still a missing person. So when everyone understands this properly, then the better things might be in the future, and we might have a learning lesson. So those that are reminded about the protocol, COVID protocol is huge, and the Brexit developments as well, the freedom of travel and whatnot, all of that has arisen from any of the developments between 2017, November 2017 and 2019, June 2019. So I hope the authorities are hearing this loud and clear. There are retaliatory crimes being conducted by people that are still of debt evasion, and now I'm contending with cybercrime, I suppose, as well. So it's a sad sign of the times. The United Nations, you're awaited since 2019. Since then, I've experienced facial dental damages that are quite dangerous and sore. So the United Nations, I'm sure you hold your rights, values, and ethics all in high esteem. So as I do also, that would mean that we have the process that is required. As I do also, that means I'd hope the process of deliberation and reparations priority before any healthcare providers think they have right or remit where they've been stealing belongings and defaming my good name or misdiagnosing or misappropriating medication. They're all very dangerous crimes against the Hippocratic Oath. And because we have COVID-19, I hate to say to people that are benefiting from my humanitarianism and my state service that all of that is at risk. So once we understand the lay of the land and where there are no trespassers welcome, and the fact that my son is still illegally from my care, Tuesday Child and Family Agency and Coleman, Kelleher and Tobin had no right or remit to come upon Royal Protocol without proper paperwork. So it's very dangerous that he's a missing person. So please try to locate my child as well. That would be greatly appreciated and would make people a lot safer on the road up my mountain. Even though I don't give permission for trespass. So that's the upload for today. It's a sad sign of the times, honest to goodness.